The head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, is tonight on his way to Canada for the first papal visit there in 2 decades. The 6-day trip across the country is aimed at seeking forgiveness for the role the Church played in the residential school system, which tried to erase Indigenous culture.
Taking off from Rome to seek penance in Canada, the Catholic pontiff brushing off recent rumours he was going to resign, travelling to Edmonton in the central province of Alberta in a bid to right the wrongs of the Catholic Church.
Dear brothers and sisters of Canada, as you know, I will come among you, especially to meet and hug the Indigenous peoples in the name of Jesus.
And apologise personally for the role it played in running Canada's Indian residential schools.
He's freely choosing to do this. He has prioritised this above other things that we can see he had to regrettably let go of to be able, with the physical stamina that he knew he would need, to come and do this.
Over the course of more than a century, 150,000 Indigenous children were forcibly removed from their parents and sent to government boarding schools. The vast majority were run by the Catholic Church, some of them still operating as recently as 1996. The children housed in the schools were forced to assimilate to mainstream Canadian culture. Some were sexually abused and others were left to die from disease. Survivor testimony revealed horrific details, such as students being forced to dig the graves of their classmates.
And the thought of these children dying far away from home, often sick, perhaps they were buried in a grave that had a little wooden cross, but their parents sometimes didn't even know that they had died.
The plight of these children and the scale of abuse sparking global outrage last year when 750 unmarked graves were discovered in Saskatchewan and a further 250 in British Columbia. The protests prompted a historic apology from the Pope in the Vatican earlier this year.
I feel shame, sorrow and shame for the role that a number of Catholics, particularly those with educational responsibilities, had in all the things that wounded you.
This latest visit is an extension of that, but Indigenous leaders say not everyone will welcome him.
For some, our people, Pope Francis' apology will not be enough. Healing is not linear.
The Pope will meet with residential school survivors first thing tomorrow.